Okay, so I think I have the message that the live stream has been started, which means we can get started with this match between Denmark and Germany, with Denmark as the home team and Germany as the visiting team, which means we'll start with Germany for the 3-3-3, and first up we have Daniel Kern. Would you like two warm-ups?
Am I? Yeah, one.
Yep, go for it. And then, yep, just show the zeros and first attempt. Yep, that's clean. It's 2.036.
Yes.
You can reset and do the second attempt. Yep, that was also clean. That was 189, 0.
Yes.
And you can reset and do your third attempt.
Credit.
Yep, that was a scratch. Okay, then we move to Dustin from Germany.
Yep.
Okay, Dustin, you can have two warm-ups.
Yes, true.
And first attempt. Was a scratch, unfortunately, because of the slider. Second attempt. Clean, 306. And third attempt when you're ready. Still clean, 3. Oh, do you know what the time was, Dustin?
It was scratch, so
Okay.
there was a 3.0.
And then we have Melanie. You can have two warm-ups. Thank you. First attempt. Yep, that was clean. There's a 206, 2. And you can take your second attempt. Thank you. That's also clean. 192.5. Nice one. And you can reset and take your third attempt. That's fine. 262, 1. Okay, and then we go to Joshua as the last one for Germany. You can have two warm-ups. And first attempt. It's clean, 197, 9. And second attempt. Was also clean at 280. And third attempt. Was a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, and then we go to the home team, and we start with...
alle sammen, vi sørger lige for at slå 3,0 først, for at sikre point. Så sikkert til at starte med, for alle sammen.
Okay, we start with William. You can have two warm-ups. And then just show your timer is on 0. Yeah, and you can do your first attempt. Looks clean. 293.6. And then reset and second attempt. That was also clean. 192.5. And third attempt when you're ready. That was clean as well. Was 173.0. Okay, and then we go to Albert. You can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. That lagged quite a bit, but I think I saw enough to say it was probably clean, so 228. And second attempt. Yeah, that was great. 223.8. And third attempt. 222.3. Nice. A little bit faster every time. And then we have Marcus. You can have 2 warm-ups. And first attempt when you're ready. It's clean, 3.486. And second attempt. That was a scratch, unfortunately. And then third attempt. It's 2.354. And then finally for Denmark, we have Alexander. You can have 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. That was a scratch, unfortunately. And then second attempt. 232.6. And third attempt. $7.79. Okay, then we go to the doubles and we move back to Germany for Daniel and Joshua. So Daniel, you can do 2 warm-ups.
Yes.
Okay. And yep, first attempt. Yeah, that was clean. Was
Quite a light.
7.108. It's okay. And then we go to Joshua. You can do 2 warm-ups. Okay. And first attempt for you, Joshua. It's clean, 6.922. And then, yep, Daniel, when you're ready, you can start. I'm not sure if that down stack was clean.
I don't know. I think it doesn't change.
Yeah, I think I'll scratch that. Joshua, would you still like to do your attempt? Yep, go for it. $7.032. So luckily that one wouldn't have changed anything. And we go to Daniel for his third attempt. Yeah, when you're ready.
Rich.
And would you like to do your third attempt, Joshua? No. Okay. Then we go to Dustin and Melanie for their doubles. Okay, Dustin, you can do 2 warm-ups. Okay, and first attempt. .487. And then Melanie, you can do your 2 warm-ups. Yeah, Dustin, I think that the rules are that you shouldn't do extra stacking while the other person is stacking, but you maybe
Okay.
didn't know that, so that's okay. Yeah, Melanie, you can take your attempt. Yep, that was clean. 699.8. And then we'll go to Dustin for his second attempt. It's clean, 12.847. And Melanie, you can do your attempt. Looks clean. 6.919. Okay, and Dustin, you can take your third attempt. It's clean, 7.975. And Melanie, you can take your third attempt. Yep. Yep, that was clean. 8.63. Okay, then we move back to Denmark, and we start with Marcus and Albert. So Marcus, you can do 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. It's clean, 7.456. And Albert, you can do 2 warm-ups. Okay, and first attempt. Nice one, 7.567. And then we go back to Marcus, and you can do your second attempt. Still clean. That was a 9.46.4. And then Albert, you can take your second attempt. It's clean. 766. 1 second. I must have typed something. Yep, and Marcus, you can take your third attempt. What was 12, 5, 7, 3. And then Albert, you can take your third attempt. Just clicking 7, 55, 7. Yep, and then we go to William and Alexander.
Og William, vi skal slå en 7-0'er, så hvis vi laver en sikker sekser, begge to,
Sikker sekser. Okay.
så er det fint nok.
Ja.
Okay, and we're just waiting for Alexander to be. Yep, perfect. So William, you can do 2 warm-ups. Yeah, and you can do your first attempt. It's clean. 6.624. And Alexander, you can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. It's clean, 7.291. And then we go back to William. Yep, you can do your second attempt. It's clean. 6.120. And then Alexander, you can do your second attempt. It's also clean, 6.060. And then William, you can do your third attempt. Yep. Yep, that was clean. It was a 6.39.9. And then Alexander, you can do your third attempt. That was a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, so after the doubles, the score is currently 25 points to Denmark, 21 points to Germany. So it's very close. And we go to 3-6-3, starting with Daniel Kern. So, yep, you can do. Do you want warm-ups?
Yeah, I do want them.
Yeah. First attempt. Was clean. 4.98.3. And reset. Second attempt. Or did you? Okay.
Doubles.
Yep. 5.10. And then, yep, third attempt. There we go. That was clean. Nice one. 2.606. Okay, then we go to Dustin. And you could have 2 warm-ups.
Curious.
Yep. And first attempt. Dustin, can you move your camera slightly? I can't see the.
Oh yeah.
I can just see 2.7, but I can't see. That's perfect. Thank you. And you can do your second attempt. It's clean, 4.087. And third attempt. It's clean, 2.643. And then we go to Melanie. You can have 2 warm-ups. Yep, and first attempt. That was clean. 2.55.2. And then reset and second attempt. That was clean. It was 2.547. And then third attempt, yeah. That was also clean. 6.329. Good stuff. And then we go to Joshua. You can have 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. It's clean, 2.490. And then second attempt. It's nice, 2.321. And third attempt. Oh, there's a scratch, unfortunately. Okay, so that concludes Germany. And now we move back to Denmark, starting with William. You can have 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. Oh yeah, thank you. That was clean. 2.27.1. And then second attempt. Yep, when you're ready. Still clean. 3.295. And third attempt. That was also clean. 2.018. Nice. And then we go to Malu. Do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. Oh, that was a scratch, unfortunately. Yep, second attempt. That was clean, nice. 2.902. And then third attempt, yep. Okay, that's a scratch then. Sorry. And then we go to VLADs. You can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. It was clean, 2.741. And then second attempt. It's clean, 3.549. And third attempt. Still clean, 7.245. And then finally for 363, we have Alexander. You can have 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. That was clean, yes. Yeah, sorry, it was hard with the light to see if the last 3 was standing. That's okay. You can take your second attempt, but I think you're frozen right now. Okay, yeah, perfect. Second attempt.
Sorry, am I good?
Yeah, you can go for your second attempt. Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
That was a scratch because of the slider. And third attempt. $4.497. Okay, then we go to Germany for relay. I'm guessing it'll be the same order: Daniel, Dustin, Melanie, Joshua.
Yep, exactly that order.
Dustin, can you start your camera? Yeah.
Det sejler vi lærer, ikke? Jo, det er. Du er, jo.
Okay, Daniel, you can start with your first attempt. Yep, when you're ready.
I just wanted to throw the time, but the
Yep.
stream is delayed on YouTube. So.
Okay. That's clean. 2.702. And then Dustin, you can do your first attempt. That was a scratch, unfortunately, because of the slider. Melanie and Joshua, would you still like to do your attempts? No, Joshua, do you want? No, okay. Then we go back to Daniel for the second attempt. Yeah, when you're ready. That's clean. 2.762.
Yes.
And then Dustin. That's clean. 2.893. And Melanie, yeah, when you're ready. That's clean. 2.734. And then Joshua. $2.592.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go back to Daniel. And you can take your third attempt. Yep, when you're ready. It's clean. 2.540. And then Dustin. It's also clean. 2.748. And then Melanie. That's clean. 2.892. And then Joshua.
Joshua.
It's 2.529. Okay, so then we go to Denmark for their relay.
Can you log in her? Oh. Fik 10,7 10,709.
Okay, so we start with William. So if you just show your timer, and you can do your first attempt. That was clean. 2.376. And then Malu. Yeah, when you're ready. Oh, that was a scratch, unfortunately. Larka and Alexander, would you still like to do yours? No. Okay, then we go back to William for the second attempt. Yeah, you can go when you're ready. It was clean. It was a 2.336. And then Malu, when you're ready. Still clean. Was 6.621. And then, yep, Larka, when you're ready.
Der kan jeg have 1,7. Jeg har den.
Was 5.600. And then Alexander. That was a scratch. Okay, and then we go back to William for the third attempt. Yep, and you can go when you're ready. It's clean. Was 2.349. And then Malu. Yep, when you're ready. It's clean. 3.158. And then Larka. It's also clean. Was 3.108. And then Alexander. Oh, I think he's frozen. Okay, he's there. Yeah, I can see you now, Alexander. You can go when you're ready.
Hvad fik du, Lærke?
Yeah, Larka's already gone.
Ja, hvad fik du?
3-1, Alexander.
Alright. Alright, jeg prøver. Jeg skal satse lidt. Sorry. Sorry.
3.339.
Jeg skal have 2-0.
Okay.
Ja, det er også en tall order.
Det er okay. Ja.
After the relay, the points are 39 to Denmark and 45 to Germany. And then we go into cycles, starting with Daniel. Would you like 2 warm-ups?
Yes, I want.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, first attempt. Yeah, that was clean. 13.497. And then second attempt. That was clean. 7.14.7. And then, yeah, third attempt.
Catch it.
Okay. And then we go to Dustin. You can do 2 warm-ups.
I'll make one, just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yes.
And then first attempt. It's clean, 7.533. And second attempt. 7.056. And then third attempt. 7 point. Oh, okay. Then we go to Melanie. You can have 2 warm-ups. Okay. Yeah, first attempt. Yep, that was clean. It was 6.925. And then you can do your second attempt. That was clean. And 8.486. And then third attempt. Yeah. Okay, scratch that one. Okay, then we go to Joshua. You can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. .949. And then second attempt. 6.249. And then third attempt. 6.254. Okay, and then we go back to Denmark, starting with William. You can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt. Clean. 5.832. And then reset. And second attempt. Was still clean. 12.620. And third attempt. Yep, when you're ready. It was a scratch, unfortunately. And then we go to VLADs. You can do 2 warm-ups. And first attempt.
Den op først, tror jeg. Ja.
I actually think that's a scratch because you would have to take the 10 all back down before you put the 1 back up.
Okay.
But second attempt. It's 10.910. And then third attempt when you're ready. One, three, six. Then we go to Larka. You can do 2 warm-ups
Yes, please.
for it. Right. And yep, timer. And then first attempt. It's clean. 9.932. And then you can reset just. Thank you. And second attempt. That's clean. It was 9.365. And yep, reset. And third attempt.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'll scratch that one. And then finally we go to Alexander. You can do 2 warm-ups. Okay, first attempt. It's clean, 6.005. And then second attempt. Ten, 8, 9, 9. And third attempt. Was 16.039. Okay, and then we go to Germany for their head-to-head cycle relay. And I imagine it's just the same order again.
Yeah.
Yep, good stuff. So yeah, we start with Daniel. Just show your timer.
Are you highlighting all first? Or did you already? I can't see.
Yeah, everybody's already there.
Okay, nice.
Okay, yeah, when you're ready. That was clean. 8.001. And then Dustin. 7.230. And then Melanie. That's clean. 8.053. And then Joshua. It's clean. 6.924. Then we go to Denmark with William, Marcus, Albert, and Alexander. Yeah, William, you can do your first attempt. Just show the timer there.
Og jeg tror, det er okay, lad os sikkert. 30 sekunder, så gennemsnittet er på over 7, så hvis vi går efter den sikkert lav cycle.
That's clean. 6.392. And then Marcus. Clean. 7.965. Then Albert. $9.454. And then Alexander. $14.274. And then we go back to Germany now. Should start with Daniel.
Tell me when I can start, please.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to be on
Okay.
the screen. Just a moment. Yep. So Daniel, when you're ready, you can go.
Yeah.
That was clean.
Light.
Yeah. 7.809. And then Dustin, you can go.
Can I start?
Yep. It's clean. 7.426. And Melanie, yep, when you're ready. That was clean. 7.153. And then Joshua. It's clean. 7.209. And we'll move to Denmark.
Så jeg igen, vi kan godt på 29. Det er sagtens. Samme som før. Det var godt.
Okay, so William, if you just show the timer. Yeah, you can start when you're ready. It's clean. 6.862. And then Marcus, you can go. It's clean. 7.326. And then Albert. It's clean. 12.390. And then Alexander. It's clean. Just about 15.14. So that concludes the head-to-head relay, as Germany has won 2 matches. And that leaves the final score of this match, 69 points to Germany and 53 points to Denmark. So congratulations to Germany for winning the match. And yeah, thank you to everyone for a great match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for judging, for hosting, and good
Thank
game.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
See you all again.
See you
Bye-bye.
again.
See you.
Bye bye.